All right, Marvel, I see what you're doing, and I like it. So let's talk about it. My name is Brandon Keith Avery, and this is just my opinion. Hey, what's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Just My Opinion for my Disney Plus series review for What If. And if this is your first time finding me and you happen to like the video, please give me that thumbs up and consider subscribing. So guys, we are here once again with another Marvel Disney Plus show. I have to be honest with you, I can't necessarily say that I was super duper excited about this when it was first announced, but to be honest, once we got closer and closer to its release date, which is August the 11th, you know, it did start looking good. It did start looking like, okay, hey, I think we're going to have a lot of fun right here. And I really did enjoy WandaVision. I enjoyed Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and I did enjoy Loki as well, even though that was a little bit, you know, disappointing, but with the ending at least. But with this one right here, I was going in with a completely different mindset, just thinking to myself, okay, this is not going to have anything to do with the MCU. It's going to be its own little soft shoot. But, you know, there's been a lot of speculation online talking about, hey, this could be like in the MCU. This could be like a sequel to Loki. You know, we're just going to have to see. I've only seen the first 3 episodes. And one of the things I'll just go ahead and say is that's quite different from the 3 previous shows that we had was, you know, this is more episodic to where those are more serialized to where like tune in for the next episode of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Of course, they didn't say that, but I think you get my point. This one right here, this episode has nothing to do with this episode that has nothing to do with this episode over here. And that is something that I'm liking so far. One of the things I was looking forward to was just all the voice acting, especially what you have Jeffrey Wright right here and the animation. I mean, look at the poster. I mean, it looks good. And so, you know, right up until about a week or two ago, I started to become really, really excited about it. But before I get into all my good and bad, let me just tell you exactly what this What If show is about. Exploring pivotal moments from the Marvel Cinematic Universe and turning them on their head, leading the audience into uncharted territory. Now, guys, I'll go ahead and just get to it. I am absolutely loving what I've seen so far, for the most part, when it comes to these first 3 episodes of What If. And what I mean by that is I've only seen the first 3, and I think we're going to get it in like 9 or 10 in this first season that I already talked about in season 2. But episodes 1 and 2 are absolutely fire. I love those from beginning to end. They come in about 33, 32 minutes, 30 minutes, you know, here or there. But the first 2 episodes absolutely fire. They're perfect, and I absolutely love them. Now, episode 3, I'm not going to say that it's bad. It's not bad at all. It just did not hold as much weight as the first 2. I really didn't care about the story. I really didn't care just about the characters. I mean, I cared about the characters just as far as their development and looking at a different perspective from them, you know, in a different universe in this MCU. It just wasn't as interesting to me as the story in the first 2. So tailor your expectations there, but I will go ahead and say that if episode 3 is the weakest of like the whole first season, my goodness gracious, Marvel did it again by delivering us another great solid piece of entertainment. One of the next things that I liked about this is, to me, it is the perfect sequel to the Loki series, which debuted a couple of months ago on Disney Plus. We all know, in spoilers if you haven't seen Loki, that at the very end, Sylvie and Loki, they find the one who remains and she kills him, and then the multiverse explodes. The sacred timeline just starts branching out, and we're going to get all this multiverse stuff. I mean, we know that Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness and Spider-Man No Way Home, etc. is coming out. Well, to me, in my opinion, this is another branch of that. The only thing is, it is in animated form. And so you don't have to see the Loki show to understand that when you're watching this these first 3 episodes, but it definitely will help. And that's just another great thing about it is you don't have to have seen anything that's happened in the previous MCU to enjoy these 3 episodes or the whole first season. However, if you have seen it, it will enhance the experience. When I was watching the first episode specifically, where it's about Agent Carter or Captain Britain or Captain Carter, you know, that is the story of Captain Rogers, the Captain America. And I was saying to myself, wow, I kind of want to go back and watch the first Avenger because this is tailoring off of that. And I absolutely love that. And another great thing about this show is if you did see the Loki series, which this is kind of a bonus, if, they talked about, hey, if one character anywhere in the universe, multiverse, diverges from their so-called plan, how that can change the sequence of events for the rest of time. And we see that throughout this episode, or throughout all of these episodes right here. And I just like the small details of the way they accomplished that and was able to show it on screen. And like this whole show of what I've seen so far, I mean, it's Easter eggs everywhere. The show is an Easter egg in itself, especially when you get to episode 2 where it has to do with the collector. But that's all I'll say right there because, I don't want to spoil anything for you. One of the next things that I did like is the voice actors that do come back to fulfill the role from the live action adaptations. We don't get every actor. There was a couple, like I don't think Dave Bautista came back. I don't think the collector came back to give his voice role, and it may be another character or two. And I have to be honest, that was a bit jarring for me. And so that will probably be like one of the small complaints that I make so far. But for the most part, all of the actors, actresses are there. And it was just really nice to see and hear their voice. I mean, just to recognize that it makes you feel like this is really part of the MCU, even though these are like small animated little features, around 30 minutes. And so I really did like that right there. It was just also just nice to see just characters, in a different headspace. We know them from the MCU and they may have been a good character or a bad, but in these episodes right here, it's a complete opposite of that. Someone that we thought was evil was good, or, came over to this side, and somebody, that we thought was good was bad, and et cetera, et cetera. I mean, there was one character in particular, which I'm not going to say because this is no spoilers. I was shocked. I was like, oh, wow. They made this person a good guy. Okay, that's interesting. And I really did enjoy it. I mean, it was really entertaining. And another thing that makes it entertaining is just like the animation. This looks good. It's smooth on my screen. It's very, very fluid, and I like that. And it really does enhance the action scenes in episodes 1 and, well, there's action in all 3 of them, but especially in episodes 1 and 2. I mean, Peggy Carter, when she became like the super soldier, she was whooping ass with that shield. I mean, she was better than Captain America to me, in my opinion. Excuse me. Like, she was working the hell out of that shield. I was like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? She is doing it. I mean, she looked nice. I mean, it was convincing. I would not mind seeing that live action. I'm just saying. And not only that, it wasn't just like action either, because, you have the relationships between the characters too. And so, Steve is still there. And so like, what is their relationship like? Well, they show you and they tell you, and I liked it. And it had a lot of substance to it, maybe even more than the actual first Avenger movie. And that's what's up right there, because the first episode about Captain Britain, Agent Carter, or Captain Carter, is essentially just the same Captain America movie, the first Avenger, compounded into 30 minutes, but Peggy Carter gets the super soldier serum and like how different things are. And it's really, really good and a great way to start off the series. We got the second episode with T'Challa as he's becoming Star-Lord. And that's all I'll say right there, from Guardians of the Galaxy. When I first heard that was like the plot synopsis for episode 2, I was like, T'Challa is Star-Lord? Like, okay. I mean, I want to see T'Challa, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. But the way they did it right here, I really did like it. It was nice. You still had a lot of Wakanda themes, within T'Challa, of course, while he is going around the universe, like with the Ravagers. There's a bit of a mystery to it as well. They kind of tricked me here and there. And I was like, hey, why is this character doing that? I don't really understand. But later on, I was like, oh, okay. I see. I wasn't expecting it. And I really liked it. And I really liked the way it ended as well. That was a great episode. It was, I mean, man, we're hearing Chadwick Boseman's voice for the last time. Luckily, there was an interview, I think with comicbook.com, that one of the creators of the show stated that we're actually going to get 4 episodes or, segments with Chadwick's voice in this. And, that would be great. But it was nice hearing it again. I wasn't all in my feels until that episode ended. I don't want to over exaggerate and say that I was, tears are running down my eyes. But, I did say to myself, man, R.I.P. Chadwick, rest in heaven, man, rest in peace, rest in power. So, that was a bit touching right there. But, another great episode. And episode 3, guys, was good too. It just, I just like episodes 1 and 2 much better than episode 3. I'm not saying that episode 3 was crap. I just enjoyed episodes 1 and 2 much more. I mean, it's a big difference to me, and I didn't know how it was going to end. It still has a nice little thing of mystery to it, but it just wasn't as strong as episodes 1 and 2. But overall, guys, this is a fantastic way to start off a new show on Disney Plus for the MCU, with this What If, because we're always asking that question, like, what if this happened? What if that happened? This show is really answering that, and it's doing, a great job of doing that. I really don't feel right giving this a rating out of a 1 out of 10, saying that I've only seen the first 3 episodes, but I mean, I'll go ahead and definitely say I recommend it. I really am enjoying what I'm seeing so far, and I do plan on doing recap videos and lives for this as well. If you want to subscribe to my channel and go check that out. And also, I just did a trailer reaction if you want to. I just posted it, at least, if you want to go check that out as well. But guys, that is just my opinion. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And also just click around here for other videos that I've just posted on my channel as well. But guys, again, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that my name is Brandon Avery, and that's just my opinion. Peace.